Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin Morning Program on KSJE.
My guest on the program this morning from the Farmington Chamber of Commerce. It's always great to catch up with Jamie Church, the president and CEO. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. You've been a busy person the last few days, weeks, months, years.
Forever.
Long time.
Just recovering from the Business to Business Expo.
Right.
It was great.
Congrats again.
Thank you. For an event that's only 3 years old, to see how it's grown and that the businesses love it and we get, so many people in. I'm really excited that it's kind of found its place as a signature event, not only on our schedule, but in the schedule of the community. So I'm very happy about that.
Very good. And lots turn out. You're already working on next year's, it sounds like to me.
Already. And we had, a lot of diapers donated for Children's Hope Foundation. So that was great to have the nonprofits also represented, because we know nonprofits do provide so many programs and services in our community that if they weren't here providing those services, then somebody else would have to pick that up, maybe city or county. So just seeing how the nonprofits fit in with the business community and our mission of connecting commerce to community is great. So, it was great.
Very true. Well, congratulations
Thank
again.
you.
And another great event, of course. And you brought a guest with you this month as well, who you want to introduce. So again, we want to welcome to KSJE, Madison Smith. Welcome to you, and thank you for being here. You are the owner of Piper's Play Café.
Yes, sir.
A relatively new business. You opened in November, you were telling me, right?
Yes, sir. November 15th.
Very exciting. Well, I know we're going to be talking with you about a bunch of stuff, so stand by, but thank you for being here, and very excited to have new businesses in town, of course, and talking about different things. And you are writing about a lot of different things.
I am writing about different things. And I'm so glad to have Madison here today, because Piper's Play Cafe is, again, one of the businesses that is in Aztec, and it shows how our communities collaborate. So there's a number of chamber members that belong to multiple chambers, the Aztec Chamber, the Farmington Chamber. So if we can try to do as much collaboration and supporting our whole region, it just benefits all of us. So I'm really excited to have Madison here and to hear more about what she's bringing to Aztec. But yes, so the blog, Beyond the Ribbon Cutting, and it is a blog, so it's written, it's not a video. Kind of thinking about getting back into the podcast space.
Okay.
I haven't made a decision on that yet. I will keep you posted.
There's a lot of moving parts to podcasts as we see around the room here.
Exactly.
But that's okay.
So, I recently started thinking about, the Farmington Chamber is so much more than the ribbon cutting. I think a lot of times, because of the red coats, and we have so many red coats, our ambassadors.
They're kind of hard to miss.
They are. And we're at a lot of different events. We were recently at the Bahama Bucks ribbon cutting, and that was a really big one. And we recently had the new McDonald's and just a number of things. So we are in a lot of places. But that is the celebration, but there's so much more beyond that. And I just wanted to kind of break it down for our chamber members. So after the ribbon cutting, then what? How do you get the most out of your Farmington Chamber membership? They've invested money to be part of the chamber. So how can we help them get the most out of it? Mm-hmm. And some of it is on the chamber, but then they need to meet us halfway with getting involved. So the blog is just really about breaking down. This first series is on the 10 things you can do to get the most out of your membership and, your road to chamber success.
Okay. So is this for like big box businesses, small businesses, mom and pop businesses?
Everybody.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, from the nonprofit that has the one owner to the bigger chamber members that join. So it's about, the first thing you need to do is start, after your ribbon cutting, is start showing up at events. And I know we have a lot of them, and so we're not expecting you to come to all of them, but we cannot get to know you, and neither can all these other businesses if you're not there.
True.
So you can put a business listing on our website, and our new website is great, and the new business listing is really nice, but that only gets you so far. In Farmington and most communities, especially in chamber communities, chamber members do business with chamber members. So how do they get to know you? They get to know you when you show up to our business after hours, our coffees, attend ribbon cuttings. Most of our ribbon cuttings are open to the public. You don't have to be a redcoat to come to a ribbon cutting. So it's about how do you get connected, and people do business with people they trust.
Right.
How do they trust you? They see you over and over again at these events, and they meet you, they learn what you do. So either they are going to call you when they need that particular service or product, or they're going to refer you. They're going to say, oh, I just met somebody who does this at a chamber event. Let me give you their information. So that was the first part. The second issue was on connecting online. If you're posting on Facebook using social media, make sure you tag us, because then I'll see it and I'll share it. And I'm on Facebook a lot looking for things our chamber members are doing, but I can't see them all, because obviously I can't see them all just because of time, but also the algorithm.
You have a lot of members too.
Well, yes, we do. But if you tag me and then, tag Farmington Chamber of Commerce, then I will see it. I will share it. I will tag you. And so it's about how to connect with us online. Yeah. So every week and a half, 2 weeks, there will be another in this series of how do you get, how do you get the most out of your membership?
Right. Yeah. Very cool. And I know, a lot of folks might say, well, Facebook, and we love to hate it. We hate to love it, whatever it is, right? But Farmington, San Juan County is a Facebook market.
Yes,
some places are on X. Some places are on more Instagram.
Right.
Farmington,
or LinkedIn. LinkedIn can be in some bigger cities. True. Where you have a more professional, they're probably more LinkedIn. So, but you're exactly right.
But here, the studies show that it's a Facebook.
It is.
Go-to social media community, and I guess that's why you see a lot of things pushing to Facebook.
And I even mentioned in this recent blog, if social media is not your thing, you don't know how to use it, you're not sure what is this whole AI thing. We do a number of workshops throughout the year. They are free, and for all of our chamber members, we partner with the SBDC on those, and we invite in experts to do an hour and a half long on using social media, how to effectively use social media, how to dip your toe into AI and Chat GPT. So even if you aren't comfortable with it, we are trying to help you get connected. But, so every week or so, there will be another issue on these 10 things to get the most out of your chamber membership. And
it sounds like you have a lot to say, Jamie Church.
I do. Because I think for me and for most chamber directors, and I'm in a big network of chamber directors, a really frustrating thing for us is when a member doesn't renew, and when we ask them why, it's I didn't get anything out of it. And then when you start to break that down, you realize when they joined, they almost had a misconception that maybe we were a marketing agency for them. And that's on us. We need to be doing a better job of saying what we are and what we do and what we do not. Yeah. And we are not a marketing agency. Right. We know a lot of great ones that are chamber members, but that is not our main role. And so again, maybe we didn't communicate that as well as we should, but also are we helping them understand how to get the most out of their investment in the chamber? So that's nice. What this is about.
Good advice.
We are much more than the ribbon cutting. That's just true. That's just the beginning.
Yeah, no, very true. And I think that's well stated about, I think there's a lot of businesses that maybe, start up and figure, well, I'll just start a Facebook page and all my friends and their friends will follow it and we'll have success. That's all we got to do. We don't have to worry about anything else. And I think for anyone that studied marketing and advertising, it's not. It's changing for sure. Yes. It's definitely different. But there's more to it than just social media.
Right.
And
I
think
your
that's
friends
important.
And family will only get you so far.
Right.
And they will support you. And they probably supported you and encouraged you when you started the business.
Right.
And yes, but
they're not going to come every day.
No. So you have to learn, how do you expand? How do you connect? How do you network? How do you take advantage of all the different things that we've got going on? A great example is the Leads and Referrals group, which is how I met Madison. Really, she started attending the Tuesday morning Leads and Referrals group. And yes, there is an investment to be a part of that group.
Sure.
But it meets consistently every single Tuesday morning. And so these people in the group are learning. They're building relationship. They're sending referrals. They're closing business. They're learning to trust each other so that when they make that referral, I learned much more every Tuesday. I learn a lot more about the Play Café. What is it? Do I know somebody who could benefit from that? So once I do, I'll certainly be sending them, Madison's information. So It's a series, and then we'll go on to the next series and the next. But we know not everybody can get to all these things. So we want a place where people can go, read the blog, find the resources, and we're constantly telling people, update your business listing. This is if your SEO, which is search engine optimization, increases when you join a Chamber of Commerce. So if you're part of the chamber, your listings go to the top in a search. But make sure your listing is correct. Is your website right? Is your address right? All those things. So that, that's a simple thing to do, but people need to find you.
Sure.
And if your address isn't correct, they're not going to find you.
Right. Always good to just do an update, because it may have been 10 years since you've launched your website, and maybe things have changed a little bit, or maybe you've got your own email address now, or what have you. Anyway.
So all those things.
All good things. So lots to see. That blog is available on Facebook from the web page too, from the Chamber's website.
If you just go to our website, which is gofarmington.com, and you can link from the Facebook page, but right on the homepage it says Beyond the Ribbon Cutting.
Right there.
So you click there, and then once we add another blog, then we'll have that there so you can go back and read past issues. Another thing, and then I'm going to go off we'll let Madison talk. We are starting another thing through the website, and this is exclusive member-to-member deals. This will only be able to be accessible by the members. So if you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce, you have a portal access, you have a password. You'll be able to go to the exclusive member board and see deals that other members have put up there. Could be a discount, could be buy one, get one free, could be a number of things. But only chamber members can post there, and only chamber members can take advantage of
like
those.
A secret handshake kind of thing.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. And I've just been waiting to get the Business to Business Expo done, because that has taken a lot of my time. But now that that's done, now I can get in on and work on that. So stay tuned. But that's all I have.
That's a radio slogan if I ever heard one. Stay tuned. Look at that.
Stay
Very
tuned.
cool. Well, there you go. Very good. Well, thank you for sharing all of that.
Updates.
And lots going on as usual with the Farmington Chamber. But we also want to talk to our guest who's here with us this morning, Madison Smith. Again, welcome. Great to have you here. As Jamie was talking about, she met you at the Leads and Referrals group. So that was an investment that you felt important to be able to kind of get out and meet more folks and talk about your business?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, very good. And so far so good, it sounds like, huh?
It's been amazing, and I'm so grateful for you, Jamie. I just can't express how thankful I am for you and Rita.
Thank you.
I feel so blessed to have met so many women that I look up to, and that in business, I don't know everything, so I'm still learning, and I think that having such great mentors to help me with any questions or just opening all these doors of opportunities for me, I'm so blessed and thankful.
Well, we're happy to do it.
We
love it.
Look at that. Very good. Well, congratulations. And talk to us, for folks maybe who aren't familiar with your business, what is Piper's Play Café? It's located in Aztec, as Jamie mentioned, and so what is it that the cafe offers to families and new parents and things like that?
Yes, sir. Piper's Play Café, we are an indoor sensory inclusive toddler play cafe. So in our area, we really lack for activities for toddlers and families to do, aside from going to the park, where we have the E3 Science Museum. And our area, I think it's a heavy need for mamas to connect, and for single children, we're always looking to get our kids interacting with other kiddos.
Maybe socializing, things like that. That socialization, sure.
Well, such a better word, yes. Thank you.
That's okay.
And so we opened the cafe, an inspiration. My son and I moved here from Albuquerque this last year. We came here in April, so we've been here officially a year.
Congratulations.
And just seeing the lack of things for children to do. Play Cafes offered me an opportunity to connect with other mamas as I was suffering from postpartum depression and had my own relationship issues going on, and I've had a safe community where I lacked a village because I wasn't with my village and my family.
Right.
So we have so many implant mamas coming from California and Texas, or just people that don't really have a good support system. And at the cafe, that's really our goal, to create a support system, not only for the babies, but for the mamas. And on top of that, with our foundation, just offering support for our community and outreaching to the people that are in need in any way of resources. With our foundation, we have a donation bin in front of the cafe, and we've had an influx of donations. People are free to go through them. There's women's clothes and babies' clothes, absolutely free. We offer free snacks to mamas and babies, or any person coming through our doors. We do have a sign that says no unsolicited adults. We don't want any people coming in. We're creating our safe environment.
Sure.
So
Right.
with Aztec, we have such a wonderful community, and lots of people try to stop by, but just to keep everybody safe and know that their children are safe. You know.
Right.
So
And so where are you located in Aztec? What's the address of the cafe?
we're at 103 West Chaco. We're right next to the little Aztec flower shop. If like talking about locations and maps,
Right.
it has been a wonderful opportunity for me because Google Maps, if you look us up on Google, it will take you to our location. And when I personally went and looked at the space, I had no issues finding it. But when you type it in your Apple Maps, if you have an iPhone, it does not take you to the correct address. It
Oh.
takes you a little bit down the street. And so I have been contacting Yelp and
Okay,
Google
right.
and Apple,
Come on,
everything.
Apple.
So
Yeah.
we're still trying to figure all that out, but we put a lot of
but
balloons
it's
outside.
literally like right near Main Avenue, right? The Main and
Right.
Chaco intersection. Isn't
Yeah.
that kind of where it is? So
If you
if you're
take the
if you're
first-
there, you're close.
Yep, you're
Yeah.
real close. You can see balloons. We have a bunch of balloons, and we have a giant deer painted on our window.
See, there you go.
Yes.
Perfect. Very good. And so you've got the business, and then you've got the foundation that you've established as well for some of the other things that you're able to do and want to do for the community. And so I guess there's a lot of growth in that part of the business too, then, right?
Yes, sir. Opening the cafe, it wasn't necessarily completely in our business plan to open a foundation, but it's where God's taken us. And I feel, as Tim Tebow calls it, a heart pull and a heart tug, a real tug at our hearts to just help our community, and something that we've been praying about a lot, and just really feeling a need to help the kiddos in our community that
Sure.
are low income, and also just don't have families. We have a very high amount of orphans in San Juan County, and I believe that CYFD stated they have about like 30 kiddos that need homes. So our current big project is the Piper's Play Party project.
Right.
And we are looking to get donors or sponsors for the event to help us host this large birthday bash for kiddos who might not at any point in their life get a birthday party or feel celebrated. So we're securing the location and the date. We are going to have a wide variety of sensory inclusive activities for the kiddos to do. So a big kinetic sand station, some bubble stations, paint stations, and I'm praying we are able to get someone to come paint faces. I have my intern who's very willing and happy to do so, but we're just really trying to bring our community together and support families who might not really have support, and the kiddos especially who don't have support.
Yeah. And you're hoping to do this sometime, hopefully spring, summertime?
So our date that we've set at this point is June 13th.
Okay.
We're securing the location of a local park. I just have to get all of that.
As Jamie
Permit.
Church says, stay tuned.
Yes, stay
Right,
tuned.
okay,
Yes.
all right.
And thank the Lord we have the Farmington Fire Department. We'll have a fire truck there for kiddos to go explore through the fire truck.
Nice.
We have, what else do we have over there? I'm trying to get an ambulance as
Okay.
well to
Okay.
just have some other things for families. And we're,
Well, it's still kind of early, so I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure you're sending out the feelers to see, who's available and who would like to help with this project, which is great. And so again, you've got a Facebook page, and
Sure.
so you'll share details there and elsewhere too, probably, right?
yes.
So-
And of course, we'll share it on our chamber page.
Of course,
as
the
well.
chamber will share
Yes,
it as well.
thank you.
Right, exactly. So that's wonderful. And so again, with the cafe, this is a place where moms can come with their children, with their toddlers, and just have a space, right, for them to be able to interact with other kids, and the moms can talk to other moms, and that's kind of how you've designed this, correct?
Yes, sir. So I think a common confusion when people drive by the cafe, they think we're a daycare. So
Or
we
coffee
do,
shop or something. Be careful, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
The coffee, I'm not a barista, so we have our Keurig, and again, with our snacks being free, we offer the coffee for free. So
Sure.
mamas can sit back. It gives you maybe just a little bit of a break if you don't get a sort of a break, but you do have to stay present. You do have to keep your eye on your kiddo. They're within.
Parents can't drop them off. They have to stay
yeah,
there, right?
You have to
Okay.
stay there. We do our 2-hour sessions.
Okay.
We do have everyone book on our website. Even if you come in, we have you do our walk-in form for our liability waiver. Aside from special events, which it's very rare that we'll have our paper waivers available, booking online is just easier, and you get a copy right away of the waivers that you've signed.
Sure.
So
Just one of those steps of doing business, I guess, right? So
Yes.
but that's great. And you're open from when to when?
So we're open for 2 sessions, from Tuesday through Saturday. You can either book a 9 a.m. through 11 a.m. We take a 30-minute break to wipe everything down because things go in the mouth.
Kids are sticky.
Yep.
We know, right?
Oh my goodness, lots of things. We originally, a lot of play cafes that we had visited had yuck bucks, and so we've introduced our yuck buck just in case, like, a mom was like, my kid was sucking on this, like, please wipe it off. But for the most part, we just wipe everything down, get it back together, and then we open for our second play session from 11:30 to 1:30. And we do special events. Like, we have a local group in Farmington called the Mom Walk, and it's just a group of mamas that get together. It's a free thing that they do once a week, and again, to build community for families who may not have that. And they go walk around a park. Their kiddos can play at the park. The mamas just connect, and so we do play dates with them since opening. I think our first one was in January, a monthly play date to let other mamas who need more of a support system, get them connected to that, and they get their mom friends and, like, homeschool moms. But we also do birthday parties.
Right.
And those take over Saturdays. So if we aren't booked for birthday parties on Saturdays, then we do offer open play sessions. We are closed on Sundays because I believe everybody needs a day of rest.
Right.
And then Mondays are our media and website updates and all of that. So we aren't open on Mondays for open play. But if anybody requested to reserve the Play Cafe for a private play session, we also offer those, and you can book that through our website as well. It's $45 for up to 5 mamas and 5 little kids, and you can reserve the cafe for yourself. So we've had, like, Bible studies rent us out for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Very good. And the price for just coming in when you are open for one of those play sessions, what would that be for those 2-hour spots?
It's $10 for one adult and one child.
Okay.
If you bring an extra adult, it's $5 extra, so $15 for 2 parents and a baby.
Yeah. Or if you brought in, like, grandma or dad or sister, auntie, something like that. So that's nice.
Okay.
Family.
Yeah. Very good.
That's great.
Excellent. And so far, what's been the reaction, I guess? Because this is somewhat of a new concept, I think, to the area, to have a place to go with your child and be able to watch them play and interact with other parents and things like that. What kind of feedback are you getting?
Like, we are just so blessed. We are so thankful to be in the community and to, like, I love Farmington, but I feel extremely thankful too to be in Aztec and just to be able to be a part of both communities. We're getting kiddos from Cortez and from Durango. We're in such a great location. There's a big need. We found a big need in the market, and I'm so grateful that for all the families that we get in. We have a lot of return customers, and we actually launched our membership program this last month to offer the families that come in multiple times a week. It's $39 for the first 10 families that sign up, $39 a month for unlimited play sessions during our open play sessions.
Right.
After that, the first 10 families that book that, past that, it's $49.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I would imagine then with the success, you may have to put a cap on the number of kids that you can safely and reasonably accommodate during those play sessions?
Yes, sir.
Or look for a bigger spot, I guess.
I'm like praying about it. Yes. Oh man. We actually allow online 7 bookings. So for the mamas that can, and then if we get walk-ins, some days we get lots of walk-ins.
Sure.
So we accept up to 3 families that do walk-ins. Our max limit of kiddos that can fit in the cafe and play good with each other is about 13. So that's where I have had to, unfortunately, like, turn people away. But at that point, if I turn them away, I give them a free play pass because I don't
come
wanna,
back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel horrible in that sense for not being able to take them in, but just to keep everyone safe and the environment clean. One other big thing, we require socks, no shoes in our matted area and the play areas, and no bare feet.
No bare feet.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems reasonable.
Yes.
So,
especially with hand, foot, and mouth.
Right.
And kiddos, I'm like, oh,
Discovering
Lord,
new things.
do
And
not want that ever.
Right. Very true. Well, that's great. Well, it's great to learn about your business and to meet you, and welcome to the community, Jamie Church. I mean, another great success story of a relationship with the Farmington Chamber of Commerce and getting involved with the community, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fun about these entrepreneurs, these young entrepreneurs that are coming up with these ideas that really meet a need. And I think back to when I was a stay-at-home mom and I had 3 little boys, and this was just something like that, just to go and play and have your kids interacting, and we homeschooled, so having that opportunity for the kids to play and socialize, and then you as a mom have that opportunity to talk to other moms and share what's going on and information, make friends, schedule other play dates. I mean, I think it really fits a need, and I love when I hear these stories of these businesses that have really seen there's a need, and they're creative and new businesses. So I was just excited to learn more about it, and wanted your audience to know more about it as well. And again, I think Aztec's a great location for that, and just a really supporting each other, and that I think is a great part of what they're doing is supporting these families and giving them that opportunity to get out of the house with kids. Kids get to socialize, learn things about. I like the sound, kind of a Montessori based, so that's just great. But
Right.
Very excited about it.
Yeah, very true. Well, that's great. And I guess, too, Madison, with what we were talking about with the Chamber before, I mean, you reached out and saw the value of joining the Chamber and kind of, connecting with Jamie Church and the Aztec Chamber, too, I would think, right? To be able to promote your business, or at least to learn about getting involved with the community, those types of things that we were talking about earlier?
Yes, sir. I have been so blessed. I'm like, honestly, through the Aztec Chamber of Commerce, being connected with the Farmington Chamber of Commerce through Miss Rita. She's been such a blessing in my life. And talking about homeschool play dates, we offer a homeschool play date. So this last time we had about 4 mamas show up with their babies, and they get to connect and talk about their resources, and possibly even work out a way to homeschool together, but yes.
Wonderful. Very good. Well, again, congratulations and welcome. It's great to have you here and have you in the community, and again, offering something new and kind of a new way of looking at things for parents and kids, and then doing more again for the foster kids and the orphans in the community too, through the party coming up that you're planning and things like that. We'll look forward to learning more about that as well as the pieces come together. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm really learning from that. I just, when I started the Chamber, I just said, well, I just thought this is how we're going to do the Chamber. I never thought, I've been getting a lot of feedback. Our chambers are very unusual. The Farmington Chamber is very unusual in how many things it offers to the community, not just chamber members, but the community at large, that are either free or extremely low cost. And the amount of collaboration that we're doing with our other chambers regionally, other organizations, obviously Forced and the Chamber collaborate because we're in the same building.
Right.
But I'm beginning to find that we're very unusual. And I've had some of my chamber members go to conferences and in different places, and they'll talk to the other people at the conferences, and the chamber comes up, and they start to realize we're unusual in our setup.
In a good way.
In a good way. But the amount of things that we try to offer to our chamber members to get them connected,
right.
I didn't know it was unusual. I didn't know that we were doing something that's kind of unique in the chamber world. So it's kind of interesting to me. But I think the main thing for me is the collaboration and the relationship building, that we are not in this alone. And Farmington needs to collaborate with Aztec and Bloomfield and Kirtland and Durango and Cortez. We need to know what's going on in our region. We need to know what the other chambers are doing so that we can support that. It makes us a stronger community by far if we're all sharing resources and working together.
True.
So
I agree.
That's my last little thing.
I like that last little thing because it's very important, and I think it also reflects on what the governments do too, because we always hear that a lot about this part of the state.
Yes.
And I'm always surprised to hear people that say, well, people don't work together in the other parts of the state like you do in San Juan County, and the cities and the county and maybe school districts and the hospital and private and public. There's a lot more collaboration, it seems to me, here than maybe a lot of other places, and a lot of other folks from those other places are always shocked to say, how did you get them to agree to do that, or how did you get them to come to the table to write you a check, or to agree to helping? And it just seems like that's the That's the environment that we live in up here.
And I think it's an interesting question.
Which is why we're here.
How did you get them to the table? Well, we asked and we invited and then we listened. And so that's a whole other thing I could talk about. But when you
I feel a blog post coming on.
Yeah, you feel a blog post. But we are unusual. I've heard the exact same thing about how we work together. We share information, government, all these things. And it's interesting to sit back. I think we ask and we listen and we share information. And I know
and we
there's
figure it out. And we figure it out because there's maybe people are like, well, I don't think we should do it that way. Let's do it this way. But there's a lot of back and forth and compromise, which is a word I don't think we hear very often.
We don't. Just listening and sharing ideas and not being, we're not gatekeeping. Well, we shouldn't, say, oh, I'm not going to share this information. This was my idea. I don't want to share. I don't have to work as closely as I do with Hannah and share information, and she'll call me and say, ask a question. I'm happy to share the information. I don't have to do that, but I see that as building all of our communities. And so I feel really strongly about it. I am finding that we are unusual in that space, though. And it's not just the chambers, as you mentioned. It's government entities. It's the schools. It's everything here.
Right.
And how much we work together.
Yeah, so grateful for that because it just seems to happen. And I know it doesn't happen without a lot of hard work behind the scenes, but we're kind of spoiled in that regard. So that's great. But I'm afraid to say we're out of time.
I know.
But it happens. I know. But I always look forward to our visits and getting to visit with the people you bring to the program as well. So again, Madison, thank you so much for sharing your story with us and your business. Much good luck to you. And I know we'll see you at the next chamber event.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
See?
I will be there.
There you go. Yes. Very good. There's plenty to choose from. Jamie, thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. My guest this morning, Jamie Church from the Farmington Chamber of Commerce, Madison Smith from Piper's Play Café with me here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.